The greatest retirement ever. Too bad Rick didn't retire. So I just call it the greatest WWE retirement because he never had a WWE match after that. Phenomenal. Just a phenomenal story. Phenomenal send off. You know, the sorry, I love you. What a moment. What a fucking. That's a WrestleMania moment. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal stuff. Alright. So 2009. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. Arguably the greatest WrestleMania match ever. What can you say? It's fucking great. Every time it's WrestleMania season, once it gets around March, it gets around March, April, I fucking turn that on. Watch that. Just sit back and just go, this is just unbelievable. It's great. It does not age at all. It's just fucking phenomenal. 2010, same people, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, but WrestleMania 26, the rematch. Loved the I just loved the story. You know, just loved that they did the rematch and it was the career streak. Loved how they promoted it. Loved the you know, when Shawn is kind of there's a spot where Shawn's like on his knees, hanging on to Taker by his by his singlet, and Taker's just looking down, just going, stay down, you fuck, and he's just going, fuck. Just a great visual, great moment. Really loved it. And, yeah, just Shawn's last match, too. I thought for sure he'd come back eventually and face Bryan when Bryan was getting going. But, yeah, it never happened. He might come back. I think there's that Shawn Michaels AJ Styles match. I think that really has a true possibility. Maybe. There's a possibility. Now we're going on to 2011. Of course, CM Punk, John Cena. I say John. Oh, John Cena. CM Punk, John Cena, Money in the Bank 2011. One of those things, phenomenal build. I was excited for that card before that match happened, before the big pipe bomb. The pipe bomb now, looking back, it's not his greatest thing Punk's ever done. I'm a big CM Punk fan. That's not his best thing he's ever done, was that pipe bomb. I don't think. It was a cool thing for the moment, but now that moment is kind of set sail. You can look back and go, man, he was right. But, like, as a moment, I don't think. Because nothing has ever been done before. Nothing like that has ever been done before. So that's a thing that will always kind of be cherished. It's his best thing he's ever done for the WWE, that's for sure. But it's not the best thing he's ever done. But that match, the build, it's one of those things. It's 5 stars. You know, if I was rating matches, it's 5 stars for the bell rings. 2012, you know, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Minoru Suzuki. King of Pro Wrestling 2012. Holy shit, is this match awesome. Fuck. God, I love New Japan. Tanahashi, Suzuki. This is, the formula of this match is so awesome, because Suzuki works on the arm, and Tanahashi works on the leg. And it's kind of like they go back and forth with that. It's a nice little formula. It's simple, but it's effective. It's very, very well drawn out match. Great shit. It's, if you've never seen that match, it's Okada, Suzuki, but way better. And even then, I love that match. I love the Okada-Suzuki match, but even then, like, that match, Tanahashi-Suzuki from King of Pro Wrestling 2012, it puts it out of this fucking world. 2013, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Tomohiro Ishii from fucking the G1 Climax, I believe, from that year. I could have said the Tanahashi Okada from either Invasion Attack or fucking King of Pro Wrestling, but this match that year of 2013, that was the first year I saw the G1 Climax. I kept up with it throughout the year, throughout the month rather, and that was the first time I saw like the G1 Climax. I'm like, this is unfucking believable. That match was unbelievable. And like the next couple of days, I think either 2 days later or 3 days later, there was fucking Nakamura and Ibushi, and that was like unfucking believable as well. That was the first time, because I always heard about the G1 Climax as a fan and going, it's the round robin tournament and all this shit, and to actually fully keep up with it it's a fucking treat. This year's G1, somebody asked in my predictions on that. I'll talk about that when that comes up, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Best one I think they're gonna ever do, maybe. That they got a hell of a block. They got two great blocks. And going to 2014 now, we're gonna go Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn from NXT Evolution. Love the build. Love how Neville kind of turned heel, pretty much. And because obviously you're not gonna out heel fucking Sami Zayn. It just ain't gonna happen. So good natural storytelling from that perspective. The big win. Big championship win. I loved it. Just thought it was a great moment. I guess I could have put also, there was a lot of 2014. That was because obviously a lot of New Japan stuff and a lot of WWE NXT stuff that was just fucking great. Because I was that, I believe that was the first year the fucking network happened, if I remember correctly. I believe that's the first year the network happened. So that was all. The NXT Arrival, fucking Sami Zayn Cesaro match, which I thought about putting that up as maybe the top match, but I love their 2 out of 3 falls match better. But that match is fucking awesome. Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, NXT Evolution 2014. As then we're going to 2015. We're almost there. We're at the fucking home stretch now. Kota Ibushi, Shinsuke Nakamura, Wrestle Kingdom fucking 9. This match, Jesus Christ, that fucking German suplex from the top, from the actual fucking rope, unbelievable. I mean, Nakamura and Ibushi, I adore Kota Ibushi. Like, he is one of my favorite guys. I've seen him for such a long time now. When he was in Noah, and when he came to Chikara for King of Trios and fucking killed it. Like, he's just the man. He does all that fucking crazy shit in DDT, and now he's like, oh, I'll go to the CWC, but, oh, you guys want me? Ah, fuck you, WWE. I'm gonna go stand on a car with fireworks in fucking UK. He's the craziest fucking guy I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, I'll show up to Kaiju Big Battle. He's the fucking best. He's a one of a kind. Kota Ibushi. And same thing with Nakamura. He's the fucking best, of course. What can you say? He's a one of a kind as well. 2016. Man, I can't believe. I'm looking at the OBS now. I'm going to hour 14. I haven't fucking stopped once. I'm a machine! Fucking beast. As now we got 2016 Kazuchika Okada vs. Tomohiro Ishii G1 Climax. For my opinion, my money, that's the best goddamn G1 Climax match I've ever seen. That is the perfect G1 match. Just the champion coming in against his fellow Chaos stable member. Couldn't wait for this fucking match. It delivered. Fast start. Fucking awesome. Loved that fucking match. And that was a lot of great shit from that year, too. Obviously, Omega Naito, fucking... the Wrestle Kingdom, both Wrestle Kingdom 10, the main and the co-main, a lot of great shit. A lot of great shit from WWE that year, a lot of great shit from NXT that year, but that match, I loved it. Just fucking loved it. And then 2017, right now, halfway through the year, we're really at the halfway point. It's June 30th, and so we're almost, we're at the home stretch. We're at the first half. And, Okada Omega 1, Wrestle Kingdom 11. Fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable match. Just fucking love it. That Dominion match was probably the greatest draw ever, but you can't have that second one without the first one. You really can't. You just can't from a story perspective. From a, if they had that match, let's say the first ever match was that Dominion match, I would not have loved it. I wouldn't have loved it as much because I wouldn't have thought that Omega could have done all that. To be honest, I wouldn't have believed Omega as the challenger to be able to fucking withstand four Rainmakers. Like, I just would not have believed it as a story. Whereas that match, it was Omega setting the tone, doing a lot of the offense, setting the pace for Okada, doing the fucking top rope jack and suplex, damn near killing him. You know, doing the moonsault off the fucking, to the floor, through the table, doing all the crazy shit. And Okada just muscling up and coming back with fire, with some fighting spirit, a big jumping, fucking twisting tombstone pile driver, and Omega kicking out of that Rainmaker. Kazuchika Okada, he's my favorite wrestler of the year. He's probably one of my favorite wrestlers of just these current years. Since Punk left, he's filled that void for me as my favorite guy in the world. And with that Rainmaker, you're a fucking top guy when you kick out of that. You know, you're a top guy. And when Omega, because I had the match, going into it, I had figured they wouldn't let Omega beat him, just because Okada just won the kind of feud, the rivalry with Tanahashi, that kind of trilogy of the Wrestle Kingdom matches. They were 1-1, or they were, they were 1-1. And they were 1-1. I don't know why I thought they were fucking. I was thinking they were 2-0, and then he got it to 2-1 at 10. But no, I think they were 1-1, and they had the trilogy. Now that I think about it, but when he had just beat Tanahashi, he kind of solidified himself as the ace of New Japan, and when that happened, I just didn't think they'd give the keys to the castle away to Kenny Omega, not just yet, and because I just out of nowhere, the big surprise win with the G1 Climax with Kenny, because I thought for sure he'd stay as a junior for the remainder of the year, the remainder of 2016. And I get, they were smart enough to be like, yeah, we need some stars. We lost. When that happened, when 2016 happened, when the big raid, Nakamura, Styles, and the Gallows Anderson left, I wasn't too scared for New Japan, because I was like, well, Naito's there, Ibushi's there, they got guys to step up. Then, literally the next month Ibushi left, I was like, oh no, they need to find another guy. And they made one, and they made the perfect guy, Kenny Omega. Guy who's a gaijin, he fills that AJ Styles role, because Naito filled that role. Then Nakamura left as the top guy, as the most over guy, the most charismatic guy, if you will. He filled that role, and Omega filled the AJ Styles top gaijin role. So it's amazing. It amazes me how New Japan can just do that shit. They're phenomenal about that stuff. But as we got, that was that question. That probably took me about 30 minutes. As now we got predictions. The next question. Predictions for this year's G1 Climax. I think I got really two kind of opinions, two questions, or two predictions rather. The first one, Naito's gonna win. Naito, I think they're gonna do Naito Okada Wrestle Kingdom 12. I think that's the good idea. That's the money match. They've done Omega 1 and Omega 2. And they're going to do Omega 3 at this G1. So you might as well. I'd give it a break. I'd wait a little bit. I'd give it some time. I know I'm probably a bit of the minority. I don't want to do it too much, too often type of thing. So I would love to see Naito win the G1 this year. I think it's a genius idea. It's a perfect idea. For right now, he just, he dropped the Intercontinental belt. I don't think he's going to win the U.S. belt. Even if he does, that's a pretty good idea, to have the first U.S. Champion be the fucking, win the G1. That'd be a pretty big feat. But, who he's going to face, though, in the finals, that's, could be a lot of guys. Could be Ibushi. Oh, no, I think they're in the same block. I was thinking, the guy I want to happen, he's not going to happen, but I want to happen is Minoru Suzuki. I want to see Minoru Suzuki, Tetsuya Naito. Because I'm like, man, Minoru Suzuki, he doesn't have much time left. You know, he's getting up there. He's getting up there. And I would love to see him in the finals of a G1. Because he's been the man. He's been the man there from when he, 2011, 2012, when he had those matches in the G1s against against the Tanahashi, Okada, AJ Styles. He's just phenomenal matches. He's the man. And I would love to see him kind of be rewarded for that. The second prediction is, I think, the most common one everybody has, is Ibushi, Omega in the finals. I was talking to 370 about this. We were kind of talking about this when we were recording the New Japan episode. And, we were kind of thinking it was going to be Omega winning. But now that I think about it, the smart play is Ibushi winning. And having Omega beat Okada somewhere. Because he's going to beat him in the G1. And then he's going to have a title match against Okada, King of Pro Wrestling. Omega's going to beat him. And they're going to do Omega Ibushi at the Dome in the main event for the belt. I think that's probably what they're going to do. They're either going to do Okada Naito or Omega Ibushi for the belt. Either way, I'm fucking happy. And either way, that happened at me and 370's little New Japan. That was the main, Okada Naito, and the co-main was fucking Omega Ibushi. How about that? Imagine if they did both those. Then I'd be like, yeah, fucking stealing motherfuckers. Nah, I wouldn't be mad at all. Be happy. Be really happy. As those are my predictions. I think it's gonna be one of the best G1 climaxes ever this year. There's a lot of great fucking matches. A lot of great matches. Like day one, it's gonna be fucking Ibushi and Naito, and I think Tanahashi Suzuki. Can't fucking wait. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. And plus, also, I would love to see, now that I think about it, Naito and Suzuki. Be awesome to see Ibushi, would see Suzuki Gun versus Los. Would love to see the two stable leaders going one-on-one. Alright, next question here. What if you were a pro wrestler, what would be your wrestling theme? Oh, man. There's a couple I have in mind. Welcome to the Fuck Shop by 2 Live Crew. I'm surprised no one's used that before. That's a banger. That's a banger. Charisma by Wasp. Davey Richards used that in Ring of Honor. During like the No Remorse Core era. Davey Richards, like 06, 07. And then if I ever turned heel, Superman by Bush. If I ever turned heel on like a tag team partner. Type of thing. As next question here. What if you had to rank top 5 babyfaces of all time, what would they be? Oh, shit. Oh, man, alright. So, you gotta have Steamboat. You gotta have Steamboat 1. Rey Mysterio Jr. He's the ultimate underdog. I don't think there's ever been a better underdog than him. He's probably second. Sami Zayn, El Generico, I think for what his work done, his selling, he can show you that he's hurt and show you these emotions with his body from years working as El Generico. That happens, that's the fucking beautiful thing about working with a mask. A lot of guys, that helps them so much. It helps them tell a story with their body. Because, obviously you're restricted when you're wearing a mask. You can't tell it with your face. And that's a phenomenal thing to do. Phenomenal thing. That helped him so much. And that's helped him so far here in the WWE with him going first time unmasked. That's helped him a lot. Fourth, I was going to say Daniel Bryan for his run there, that babyface run he had on top. But I think that's kind of like quality over quantity. I don't think he had the quantity. I'd put Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton 4. One of the best goddamn tag team babyfaces I've ever seen, Ricky Morton. That motherfucker can get sympathy from a crowd like I've never seen before. Unbelievable. God bless the Rock and Roll Express. 5. This might be a little early to put him at fucking top 5 all time. when it's all said and done, Johnny Gargano. What a fucking babyface. The man can sell his ass off. Phenomenal babyface. Absolutely phenomenal. That'd probably be my top 5. That's a solid top 5. Steamboat 1, Rey Mysterio Jr. 2, Sami Zayn 3, Ricky Morton 4, Gargano 5. Yeah, that's a solid one. Solid one. Alright, what would be your top 5 New Japan guys right now? Oh, well, that's an easy one. Okada 1, Mega 2. Really, it's Ishii, but I've known Omega for so long, I have to put him 2. You know, I've been following him since fucking, about the time he got out of Deep South. That was about 2008. So that's about 11 years now. So I'd have Omega 2, Ishii 3. I love Tomohiro Ishii. I think he's the fucking man. I don't know what I'd do if he ever win a world title. Someone might want to check on me. Like, you might want to check in. Because I'd have an out-of-body experience. 4, this is my surprise, people. Hiromu Takahashi. Fucking time bomb, baby. I love him as Kamitachi. I was a huge fan of him. And this run here, he's fucking phenomenal. He's the fucking man. I love him. He's the best. He's the fucking best. And 5th, Tetsuya Naito. Naito, he kind of takes away from being a top 5 guy for his shitty little role as a babyface those years. But when he formed Los Ingobernables de Japón, when he led the chapter of the Japan chapter of Los Ingobernables, he's really came to his own. He filled that void, like I said, with Nakamura as the top babyface, as the most over guy. You know, because sure, Tanahashi, a lot of people always compared Nakamura those years. It was like, well, Tanahashi's the best, but Nakamura's the most over. And that's the same thing now. Okada's the best, but Naito's the most over. Same thing. Same principles. And, so that question. Next question. If you had to have a tag team partner who is already a wrestler, who would it be and why? Oh, shit. Oh, man, who would? There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of great dudes I could be a tag team with, probably. Because I'd probably just be late. I was thinking about just being lazy, be Okada. We just be the Rainmakers. Me and Ishii would be a lot of fun. Now, you actually, now that I think about it, I would love to be a tag team with Kikutaro. And here's why. Here's what we would be. Kikutaro, be his same Kikutaro. I'd be the straight-laced babyface, young lion type of guy, trying to learn from Kikutaro, and he'd always tell me the wrong fucking thing. I love the spot. He goes and he tries to get out of the wrist lock, and he rolls back into it. He'd be like trying to tell me how to get out of a wrist lock, and I roll back in it because he's telling me the wrong fucking thing, type of thing. And there'd be times, it'd be like, why is Max, that young lion still with Kikutaro? He's not teaching them shit, type of thing. But there'd be a moment like a big heel stable beat the shit out of Kikutaro. I'd run down, save him, big kind of embrace. People think we'd be stronger than ever, type of thing. It'd be like a buddy cop film, being Kikutaro type of thing. Be the good cop, bad cop. That's kind of how we'd probably be. And I get to show a little bit of my personality there at the end, because eventually Kikutaro just fucking... It'd be one of those things where I'd be around Kikutaro just so much, I'd have to show a lot more personality type of thing. I'd be like Toru Yano. That'd be Toru Yano 2.0. It would just be me and Kikutaro, just fucking killing it. Killing the business. One fucking Jim Cornette would kill us, probably. Next question here. Do you have any thoughts on pro wrestling that everybody would seem to agree upon, but you don't? Basically, do you have any thoughts that other fans would disagree? I think was foolish. The Minoru Suzuki Okada match, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was fucking awesome. I wouldn't think it was awesome. I take that back. It was really, really good. It was really the fucking ghetto with the towel. Loved it. Because love that moment. The way Minoru Suzuki matches work, when he works a body part, a lot of times a lot of people I think with how close that was to the Omega Okada match, because it was just a month apart, a lot of people were still off of that match, and a lot of people with Minoru Suzuki, and they're so used to WWE style, they're used to guys. They do like a knee bar or a leg lock or something like that, or like smashing someone's knees, or they basically working on a body part. They do it to work up to their actual finish. Example, Kurt Angle. You know, he'd always work on somebody's legs because he's gonna try to use the ankle lock, just simple fucking shit like that. But with Minoru Suzuki, he's doing the knee bar. He's not trying to make people tap out with it. He's just wearing them down physically. He's a grappler, pretty much. That's what he does. That's what he does best. He knows how to work holds. And we're a day and age right now, you can't really see that type of style because everything's got time limits. You know, with the UFC, mixed martial arts, there's either 3 5-minute rounds or 5 5-minute rounds. So guys who are very technically sounded, you know, black belts and Brazilian jiu-jitsus and all that, they're not trying to work a fucking hold. They're trying to make someone tap right fucking now. And that's the way with Minoru Suzuki. He's kind of that same grappling mentality, but with a pro wrestling aspect to it where it's like, well, you know, I'm going to try to wear him down because the legs, they're, you know, if it's a long match, he ain't going to be able to stand for very long, and, you know, he's not going to get much power because that's where you get your power from, your legs, you know, type of shit like that. Like, psychology-wise, it makes fucking sense. But for some people, they see it, and it's like, well, he's had this knee bar on for 5 minutes. I'm kind of going to look at my fucking phone type of thing. And I get that. I get it. But I thought as a whole, it was a fun match. Fun little match. I'd give it, you know, for 1 out of 10, I'd give it like an 8. If I was rating it, you know, like an 8, you know, 8 or 9. Wasn't phenomenal. There were better matches that Okada's done. There's been better matches I think Minoru Suzuki's going to do with this G1 Climax coming up. That we'll see. A funny thing about me, I hate Escape from the Cage matches. I think it's fucking stupid. I think, as a story perspective, as a psychology perspective of a match, wouldn't it, like, it makes sense for the heel to do the chicken shit heel to escape from the cage, but as the true fucking white meat babyface, why the fuck would he leave the ring? Why would he just be like, yep, I'm done, I'm just gonna leave? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I rather cage matches have either you win by pinfall, you win by submission, or you win by escape from the cage. That way, the heel can do his thing, the babyface can win his way. It's a different dynamic. I'd rather, you know, I love, like, the old, like, NWA cage matches where just you win pinfall submission inside that cage, because they use the cage as a weapon, whereas now, with most cage matches now, you know, it's besides that cage of death, most regular cage matches, see on like WWE and shit, they don't use the cage as a weapon because they can't get color type of thing, so it kind of doesn't make sense. The only way, like, because I always thought, like, in kayfabe theory, if it's escape from the cage, wouldn't it right when the fucking bell ring, one guy would go to one corner, and both guys just run to different corners, and they take a race and see who gets there quicker, you know, type of thing. But, you know, that's just a weird thing of me. I've never really liked escape from the cage matches. There have been some good ones, though. Bret Hart, Owen Hart, SummerSlam, that blue cage, that was a good cage match. And also, now I'm talking about cage matches, when it's fucking, they walk out the door to win the match. That makes no fucking, that's so anticlimactic. Like, oh, yep, just gotta walk out this door. Hey, I won. You know, type of fucking thing. It's just, I don't know. I'm probably the minority in that, so that's why I always kind of keep that type of thing. But, yeah, that's probably it. I don't think usually I agree with most things. Oh! Now that I think about Naito Elgin from New Beginning. Never gave that match a chance. Never believed Michael Elgin would beat him. Just, it was getting to the point, because that was about a 33-minute match. Around the 15-20-minute mark, I was just going, oh, wrap it up. I don't fucking care. But then, Naito did fucking die, though, on the outside. That was crazy. He did eat shit. But other than that, I just never gave it a chance. It was probably a really good match, it was probably a phenomenal match, but I just didn't give it a chance. And that's fine, I don't care. I'm not rating matches. I don't need to really discuss matches. I just watch what I want to watch. And with the Elgin Naito match, I was gonna watch it, but then they just they never really sold me on it, to be honest. I kind of lost interest midway through it, but that's just me. As next question here. Your top 10 matches of 2017. Oh, fuck. Alright. So, obviously 1 and 2. I guess 1 through 4 is probably... now I think 1 through 5 is probably easy to talk about. Okada Omega from Wrestle Kingdom. That one. Okada Omega 2 from Dominion. Shibata and Okada from Sakura Genesis 3. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Tetsuya Naito at 4, Wrestle Kingdom 11. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate from TakeOver Chicago. That was an unbelievable match. Unbelievable. Fucking phenomenal match. I would put Okada Minoru Suzuki there at 6. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't. Yeah, they probably wouldn't be on their top 10, to be honest, but with the way this year's going. Number 7, Kenny Omega, Tomohiro Ishii from the New Japan Cup, not from Wrestling Otaku. I know that's usually a lot of people say that's the better match, but I personally prefer the New Japan Cup match. That fucking reversal into the stunner. The reversal of the One Wing Angel and the stunner was unbelievable. I lost my mind. Lost my goddamn mind. So that's, yeah, that's 3, 6. Oh no, that was, yeah, that was 6. Oh wow. Oh no? No, that was 7. Yep, never mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. Alright, so 8. Hiromu Takahashi Kushida from Dominion. That match is fucking awesome. I'd put that over... Me, personally, I'd put that over the Best of the Super Juniors Finals. And as phenomenal as that match was, that was a phenomenal match. I would put that over this match. I would put the Dominion match over that. I would put it over Kushida Ospreay. Just my opinion. Also, 9. Now that I'm thinking about 9, I'd throw Will Ospreay Ricochet on there. That match, that was 10 times. I wouldn't say 10 times, but it was twice. The first Will Ospreay and Ricochet from last year at the Best of Super Juniors, that was a very much a lucha style where it was lucha dance-esque. And what I mean by that is, there's a lot of times lucha gets very dancey. It gets very, there's a couple of minutes where no one takes a fucking bump, and you're just going, oh, what the fuck? It's a cool thing to see in, GIF form and shit, but when that's, a good 4 minutes, good 2 to 3 minutes of the match is them not taking bumps. There was one spot that irked me on that first match, too, when they, did the Death Valley Driver onto the apron, and probably not even a minute later, they did, someone reversed it into, a Hurricane Rana to the floor. And I was like, what the fuck? They lost me. But that second one, this one from the Best of Super Juniors, that was phenomenal. That was great. That was lucha. It was still lucha. It was still that style. But it was more of a fight. It was more pure wrestling in there. That's the winning formula. For me. For others, they might enjoy the dance. The lucha dance. I like the lucha with the puro. That's my opinion. And just thought the match is phenomenal. That Dragon Rana. There's nothing better than a fucking Dragon Rana. Just nothing better. Phenomenal. And 10, I'd figured I'd give either AJ Styles, John Cena, or fucking, I'd put Kushida and Ospreay 10. That match is great. I wouldn't even put AJ. I wouldn't even have a main roster WWE match on there. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's probably my top 10. So what is that? 10 matches, 9 of them are New Japan. Poor guys. Yeah. It's crazy, I'm trying to think. I think out of my top favorite WWE matches, I think 2 of them involve Tyler Bate. Yeah, 2 of them involve Tyler Bate and 2 of them involve Pete Dunne. So that's kind of, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Those 2 are fucking great, but a little kind of weird that they're not on the main roster, you know, and they're doing that. That's always how I see it. I'd like to have the main roster have the best talent. That's just me. That is just me. But, next question here. What are some of the dream matches you would like to see in the upcoming years? Oh, alright. Obviously, Bucks Revival. I mean, that match, it's one of those. It'll be 5 stars for the fucking bell rings. I would love, this will probably never happen, but Matt Riddle, Shinsuke Nakamura would be fucking awesome. That'd be something. I would love to see Samoa Joe versus Tomohiro Ishii. Think that match could be a lot of fun. Would love to see Keith Lee versus Uhaa Nation or Apollo Crews. 2 big jacked up dudes that can flip. Nothing better. Nothing more awesome. That's not a whole lot of dream matches kind of left. I guess, you know, Styles and Devitt, because that never happened. They never did the singles match. Styles and Finn Balor. That'd be that's probably the 4th one. Yeah, I think that's probably it. As next question, thoughts on the 45th President of the United States? 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so, being from Southern Ohio, and Ohio was the kind of a main contributor of Donald Trump winning the, yeah, they want, being from Southern Ohio, a lot of people, I mean a lot of fucking people around this area, I think I wasn't gonna vote, because I didn't like Hillary Clinton either, and I didn't like both candidates, I didn't vote, but from a lot of people I talked to, a lot of people around here, they were on the Trump train, they were on #MAGA, and, you know, when he announced he was going to be a president, I wasn't surprised that he lasted that long with the Republicans. The only other Republican I would have rather seen was Rubio, Marco Rubio, and even then I consider myself an independent that leans towards Democratic, but you know, that was probably like the run Republican where it was like, I'd be fine if that happens, if he wins. Because I figured, because the way the election usually goes, the way it usually goes, it would go, if someone serves 2 terms, if a Democrat usually serves an 8 years, you know, 2, 4 years, 8 years total term, usually it'd go back to the other party. Usually. Very rarely does it stay another block of Democrat. And you know, every year, every election year, Republicans, they're going to get the South. They're going to basically get the entire South, no matter what. And especially with Hillary Clinton running against them, I knew a lot of those country boys, they ain't going to vote for no fucking woman as their president. So, and so it didn't honestly surprise me that he won. I know that's kind of sad. That's really fucking sad. Because when you're a celebrity, that's all, they already know who he was. And some people are so uneducated with that. They just saw Donald Trump and they just assume, they just go, oh yeah, I know Donald Trump from The Apprentice, and he's been, you know, he's got Trump Towers, he's got Trump everywhere, you know, he's got hotels all over the world, he's got hotels in Vegas, he's got... Listen, if you want someone like Donald Trump as your president, who, his fucking hotel in Las Vegas is the only hotel in Las Vegas that does not have a casino in it, because he fucking stirred the gambling, whoever runs the, I guess the gambling committee or whatever the fuck, I guess the casino games committee, I don't know what the fuck they're called. He was the only, like, they did not like him. He tried to talk, do basically shitty business with him, and like, no, we're not gonna deal with it. You're not gonna have a casino. Fuck you. So he is the only one. All those fucking hotels, Trump Tower, Fucking Trump Hotel. It had 24 karat gold. Beautiful building, but fuck, there ain't nothing in there. You just gotta read a book if you're gonna stay there. As, you know, and for people, my mom, she, grew up in New Jersey in, like, her teens. So, and during the early 90s and late 80s. So she saw kind of like how Trump kind of fucked a lot of people. There were people who would, a lot of construction companies would get fucked because of Trump's, you know, bullshit around and fuck off and mess up a lot of orders, or even take away their jobs to have guys bring in guys from like others overseas or something to work on it. Just stupid shit like that. And he cost a lot of companies a lot of money. Took a lot of lives too. A lot of guys, when that happened, they took their own lives, you know, because they couldn't. The bills just stacked up. They couldn't afford. They were going in debt. They just couldn't handle it, type of thing. And that was, a lot of people don't know that around here, especially around Ohio. Just, you know, because it's just like, oh yeah, we know Donald Trump, type of thing. And when you really know it, who he is, you're like, of course he's not going to be our president. But so many people in the United States, they're very uneducated, sadly. They're uneducated people. They don't fully investigate a lot of things because they're working their 9 to 5s, or they're working their, 8-hour work days, 12-hour work days, hell, even 16-hour work days, where they ain't got time for that shit and type of thing. They just hearing it from secondhand from news stations and whatnot. And there is one thing I do like about him, is he was a change of pace. I do like that. It was somebody different. It wasn't, I wish it wasn't him. I wish it was someone, it's kind of funny. Someone from a different background maybe change a different perspective. Because I love Obama. I loved what he did. I loved a lot of, this legalizing gay marriage and the Obamacare and how he really rebelled from the recession. Really had a great term. But would have loved to just maybe take a crack at somebody else. Just be like, let's see what's going on here. Because the country's at a great state right now. Or it was, until Trump kind of showed up. But the one thing I do like is, because he's not from a political background, and he's going to be golfing half the time. So I know, for most people, it's like, oh, our president's, he's golfing every other weekend. Like, he's not even in there at the White House. But it's like, I'm like, fuck it, keep him out of there as long as you can. He can golf every fucking day if he wants to. I don't care, but that's kind of my thoughts on old Donald Trump. It didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me that he won the presidency. If Arnold Schwarzenegger was not, if the rules, I guess the laws, I guess it's not really rules, the laws, were different, where if you weren't born here, you could still run for president, he probably would have got elected. Just off of the, everyone be like, oh yeah, the Terminator, he's gonna be our president. When he was governor of California, he probably got a lot of votes. It's like fucking Harambe in the election had like 100,000 votes. It's the president election, and they're voting for a dead gorilla. Unbelievable. That's stupidity of the United States for you. As that was now change of pace. Back to wrestling here. We got somebody asked my top 5 favorite deathmatch guys. Oh shit. Alright. So Cactus Jack, that's Sushi Onita, that's 1 and 2. Cactus Jack McFoley's the fucking man, and that's Sushi Onita. He's my favorite Japanese based deathmatch guy. And then 3, Necro Butcher. Fucking man. Goddamn man, Necro Butcher. What a look. God bless him for being the wrestler too. I wish that would have got a fucking Oscar. Just to be like, yeah, Necro Butcher was in an Oscar winning film. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Let's see fucking oh fuck, what was his fucking Mickey Rourke. Almost forgot his name. That would have been cool. He did a good job. He did a really good job. 4th, John Zandig. The Dig. Seriously, dumb. John Zandig. God bless John Zandig. And then 5, Jimmy Havoc. Love me some Jimmy Havoc. He's the fucking man. Yeah, he's Jimmy fucking Havoc. Awesome. He took Sick Nick Mondo's spot around when Progress was starting up. He's the fucking man. Well, that will do it for those questions. Now, a lot of you people who asked questions, they kind of asked, like, who do you think's better? So, between person A or person B. So I figured I'd just do a buy or sell. There's not a lot of them. There's about 10 of them here. And, well, we're about 150 in. Holy shit. So we're going to be at the 2-hour mark. We'll just, I'll split this up. Definitely, now you'll fucking figure it out. Part 1 will definitely be the first hour. Part 2 will be the second hour. So here we go. Without further ado, buy or sell. Shinsuke Nakamura, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Whew. Alright, so Tanahashi, I loved him in his early years. More than Nakamura. But Nakamura in his later years, fucking awesome. But I think overall I gotta buy Tanahashi, sell Nakamura. I know that's a tough thing to say. Nakamura is fucking amazing. Once in a lifetime talent. So unbelievable. His entrance is a sight to see. His style, the Boomerang, it's so unique. But Hiroshi Tanahashi is just unfucking believable. He's been unbelievable for a long time. Whereas I think Nakamura, he got into his own once he kind of said fuck you Inoki and became really more of himself instead of the straight shooting badass that he was in those early years. As the like super rookie era Nakamura. And then buy or sell, Steve Austin, The Rock. Fuck. Gotta go Steve Austin. Just for a career point, he had a longer career with I loved his. My favorite Steve Austin was probably him in ECW. I know that's such a short time, but it was so fucking funny and so awesome. And, of course, his run in WWF. WCW, I liked it. Didn't love it, but I liked it. And The Rock, Nation Rock, he had the one promo in Milwaukee that was phenomenal when he was with the Nation, but other than that, he kind of became into his own there when he started about a month or so before they split up. And he just took the ball and ran with it. Probably my favorite Rock is probably Hollywood Rock. Hollywood Rock was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. It was, because when I saw Rock at Saturday Night Live, in 2000, it just opened my eyes to know how great he was. It's like, holy shit, he could be an actor, for real. Thank God, I was as a kid, I was like, thank God he's a wrestler, because man, he's really good at this acting thing. But fuck, it became a reality. Just those couple of years later, 2002, yeah, 2002, and I always loved Rock. I always hated that he never had that WrestleMania moment. I was glad when he came back and he beat John at 27. I think it was, or 28. Yeah, it's 28. 27 was fucking Georgetown. Yeah, 28. Because, you just look through the years at Rock and you go, alright. 15, he loses to Austin. Starts the feud, pretty much, the trilogy. 2000, WrestleMania 16, He loses in the Fatal 4-Way match. That should have been his moment. That should have been his Mania. It should have been him and Triple H. And he should have won as the babyface. But he didn't get to. WrestleMania 17, he goes in Austin's back door, fucking Houston, Texas. And the fucking heel turn, people still cheer Austin. Rock loses 2-0, 3-0 at Mania. Then we go to 18. Rock Hogan. I love the match. A lot of people don't, but I love the spectacle. I think it's the greatest crowd. I think it's one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. And you go into the story thinking, alright, the icon match. You got wrestling's past versus, it's perceived wrestling's future, but really it was wrestling's present. And, you know, the NWO was back. You know, the NWO was here in the WWE. It's Hollywood Hogan. It's not Hulk Hogan. And that Sky Dome crowd was 80-20 Hogan. They fucking loved Hogan, hated Rock. And it told a phenomenal story, but for the story as a Rock fan, it's hard to just be like, it sucks. You know, it sucks they didn't get that. And then 19, he beats Austin. He finally beats him. But at the end, though, at the takeaway of it is it's the last match of Austin's career. So it kind of takes away from the win. But, yeah, buy or sell Steve Austin. But I love Rock. The Rock is one of my favorite guys all time. I love him. And then, next, buy or sell Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, man. I fucking love the Macho Man. But Hogan has had such a bigger impact as a career, I think. So I'm going to go Hogan from the Hulkamania era. That run from basically, I go the first 5 years. I guess the first 6 years, really. From WrestleMania 1, even before then, when he beat the Iron Sheik in 1984. I think January 23rd, 1984. From 1984 to about 2000. Or not 2000. What the fuck am I talking about? 1990. Basically from like the year before WrestleMania to WrestleMania 6. He was the best. He was on top of the world. On top of the world. Savage could have the great promos. He had the phenomenal match with Steamboat. He'd have great shit here and there. You know, him and Jake Roberts and whatnot. He was a phenomenal Intercontinental Champion. The Mega Powers feud was so awesome. The team and the feud. Loved it, but... And Hogan had that. Plus, he had the Japan run that was fucking great. Every time he'd go to Japan those early years, he was fucking awesome. When he went to WCW as Hollywood Hogan, he changed wrestling. He jump-started the wrestling boom, really, in my opinion. Got people talking about Hulk Hogan again. It's like, he's a bad guy now. Unbelievable. You know, I'm a big Hogan guy, so that's probably the minority. You know, with that as a character, I just love Hulk Hogan. I just think the brother, the red and the yellow, the babyface Fire, the heel Fire too. He's a phenomenal heel too. I thought he was a great heel. Just as a whole, I think he gets a lot of shit. You know, yeah, he deserves a lot of shit too for the way he's a politicking bastard, but. And how a lot of times they won't put the guy over, but other than that, hell of a talent. And who had a buy or sell better rookie year? Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. Shit. Brock had the better, just as a dominance. You know, like what he was debuted the night after 18, and the Raw after 18, and he won the belt in August. So that was fucking April to August, that whole summer, basically the summer of Brock, where he really didn't do a lot of things entertaining-wise, he just destroyed people. Whereas Kurt Angle, so fucking entertaining. I'd go with Kurt. Better year, just as a character perspective, as a entertainer, as a... I love the kind of... It was a... He still had a fast build, but it wasn't too fast. You know, like, he started the year as the champ, or basically, he ended that rookie year as the WWE champion. Or his rookie year as WWE champion. Whereas Brock, midway through, was WWE champion, and he still won fucking King of the Ring and the Royal Rumble that same year. He kind of got over-pushed. But in a good way, though, because he deserved it. He was the fucking next big thing. He really was. If there's a guy to deserve that over-push, it's fucking Brock Lesnar. That's for sure. God bless him. Man, early Brock Lesnar, just something else. He looked like he came out of a fucking lab. Buy or sell. Better heel. Hollywood Rock or Hollywood Hogan? Oh, yeah! I fucking love both these. This is gonna be a hard one to pick. I guess I gotta go with Hogan, because he actually genuinely, people hated him, and people genuinely were upset that he turned heel as Rock. It was just, he was so fucking funny, and made you laugh, and just, he worked me, though. As a kid, because I knew he was leaving, and I didn't want him to leave, so I was like, no, Rock, don't leave. Like, he got me, but everybody else was just like, of course he's leaving, Max. Like, come on. Like, writing's on the wall. And as a kid, I was like that. I was selfish because I wanted him to keep being a wrestler because he was one of my favorites. But now, as I'm older, I'm so glad he left because wrestling died pretty much once he left. And if knowing that, and now especially he became a really big action movie star, and that's what I thought he'd be, with like the Walking Tall movie, and though I guess the remake, and the Rundown. Like, I loved those he was in, but like he'd do a bunch of horse shit too in there, and I figured that'd be his best go-to route, was be an action star. And Hollywood finally agreed. They finally got him into there, and thank God now he's the highest paid fucking actor. God bless him. More he can do for not taking a bump, for the better. He put in his time. He can take a break. As buy or sell, Prince Devitt or Finn Balor? I'm buying Prince Devitt. Here's why. Finn Balor is a better version of the Demon. They did a better version. I'll give them that. WWE, even though they made it gimmicky. No, they didn't. Fuck that. No. New Japan's Prince Devitt was better. Okay. What I don't like about Finn is when he doesn't have the paint. His entrance is just, look at my abs. I look like a perv, just opening his jacket like a weirdo. Like, in his promos. That was the one thing I always knew he could never do, and that was the thing I always worried about when he left, was his promos. Because, I think, I hadn't seen the promo of his in New Japan where he did not swear. And it wasn't like every time he just, Captain fucking New Japan, get the fuck out of here. Like, it just, funny shit. But you couldn't do that in WWE. And he's finally, the Demon entrance is cool. But I don't like that they made it like, the Demon King. I hate that shit. Like, because I look at it like it's fucking war paint kind of thing. Like this, the art of going to war and getting painted up. It's kind of like expressing, it's a way of being different too. It's a way of being culturally in the times. Like, let's say like when Suicide Squad was going on and he dressed up for a match like Jared Leto's Joker. That would have been pretty awesome. Everyone been talking about it, or, you dress up as, or he painted himself as Killer Croc from Suicide Squad, or just anything like that, that's culturally, a pop culture thing. Because you could show that, especially with social media, you just see a picture of him when he's painted up, and you just go, man, that dude looks fucking awesome. Whereas the Demon, I don't like the little head gimmick, where he looks like a fucking avatar, on the movie Avatar. Looks like one of those fucking Avatar aliens. I don't know. I love, also what I loved about Devitt in New Japan, obviously, is how they did Prince Devitt. When he's not painted up, he's still real rock and roller. He's got the light up jacket. He's still, he's got the gun gimmick. He's got Fale in the club. He's still a person. He's still a personality. My thing with Devitt was he was always the coolest guy in the room. No one could ever really touch him as far as that perspective. He was the cool heel. The cool foreign heel. And he played that role perfectly. Here, he can't really do that because he's not a foreigner. I guess he is. I mean, he's an Irish feller, but no one really, I don't know. It's just weird. Buy or sell, better theme, Subconscious or Rising Sun? Oh, shit. Man. Oh, because he said better theme. Better theme is Subconscious. Better song is The Rising Sun. better seen is subconscious. So that's how I always go about it. Buy or sell, the Young Bucks or the Revival? Fuck, alright. Moment of truth. If I was a company, and I go, alright, so Max, you're running so-and-so, you have a chance to either have the Revival or the Young Bucks. Who are you going to have? I would take the Young Bucks. I would buy the Young Bucks, sell the Revival, because they are a brand that they can market themselves. Being the Elite is phenomenal. They merchandise. They're going to have shirts on Hot Topic now. They are a marketing machine. Whereas the Revival, they're just two dudes. That's disrespect. No, they're not just two dudes. They're two of the best heels in the wrestling business right now as a tag team, for sure. They have phenomenal psychology, but as a brand, as you're trying to market those guys, I would rather have the Revival be a solid, second, third pick in your tag team division. I wouldn't want them to be your top pick. That's just me. I'd rather have the babyface first, then the heels, because they're such a great heel, they can make a babyface better. Which I guess, if that logic, you could have your heel be first, but that's just kind of me. But now, me as a fan, me as a person, Max Marvelous the person, buying the Revival, selling the Young Bucks. I love them. Love the Revival. Even though, the fuck the Revival and all that, that's a lot, that's hilarious what they do on Being the Elite, but I love it. Love the Revival. And it's crazy how good they are. Because they were just two dudes. Two dudes in the developmental. They hadn't teamed up before. They're just like, yeah, let's throw them together. Because Scott Dawson, he first teamed up with fucking Sylvester Fulton, the fucking, one of the French dudes. When it was, I can't remember the fucking name. That's who they teamed up with at the beginning, way back when it was still FCW. And, oh no, it was NXT. Oh, maybe not. Might have just been the tail end of FCW before they were in NXT. It was 2012. But the Bucks are great. But, I love the Revival. I love them. They can make, the Bucks, they need to be in a certain match with a certain team. They also need to be with a great team. Whereas the Revival, they can make a great match out of the Authors of Pain or something like that. They can have a great match with anyone. I truly do believe that, just from a psychology perspective. They're phenomenal. One of the best heel teams in recent memory, for sure. Buy or sell, Mizunami Musawa, Kenta Kobashi. Fuck. Musawa. Probably buying Musawa, selling Kobashi. Love Musawa. And Musawa, fucking man. Because I prefer old Kobashi to younger Kobashi, but Musawa, I don't give a fuck. Throughout the years, Musawa's the man. There's another buy or sell. Great Muta, Jushin Liger. Oh, shit. See, it's just, I don't know if I'm going to get Keiji Muto too, or if I'm just getting Great Muta. So I'm just getting Great Muta, I'm just going to buy Muta and sell Liger, but if I gotta have Keiji Muto too, I'll just buy Liger, so that'll be my answer. Just kind of cop out. It's a better division. TNA's X division or WCW's Cruiserweight division? Yeah, I talked about this, talked about that earlier. The TNA X division. Phenomenal. Just, it should have been the main, that should have been what TNA was about. And they got away from that. And then, buy or sell, DX or NWO? Buying NWO. DX, I thought DX was a little bit overrated. They're just a watered down, just kind of comic relief version of the NWO, in my opinion. The NWO, they made waves. They were a great they were a great faction in the sense of it made sense why every guy was in there. A lot of them were just XWF guys, and it made sense. Last one. Buy or sell Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody. Buying Stan Hansen, selling Bruiser Brody. Stan Hansen, the fucking man. Lariat. God bless him. As that will do it. Holy shit, 2 hours and 11 minutes. God damn. As yeah, the first hour be part 1, and then this hour and 11 minutes will be part 2. If you fucking stuck around for both parts, I thank you very much. Hopefully I answered everybody's questions. I don't think I missed one. Scrolling through here just one more time. Yeah, I didn't miss one. Alright, awesome. As, yeah, that will definitely do it for this AMA. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I got a lot. Now it's time to work on the part 2 of the Gaijin video, and the top 12 matches of ECW, and more local to global, more E3 action for you. So take care, everyone.